Hi, everyone. First Alert Meteorologist Scott Gagliardi here with your First Alert Weather Extra on this Thursday morning. We have very warm temperatures out there. This is likely day 3 of temperatures at or above 90. So if you live in Connecticut, you know what that means. That's officially a heat wave. In some towns this morning, it already feels like the low 90s. We'll show you those in just a minute. But let's just get a check at the almanac for today. So this is where we should be, 86 degrees this time of year. In the morning, we should be 64. Everybody well above that on both fronts later on this afternoon. Well above that 86, looking like the low to possibly, say, mid-90s, 93, not out of the question. We're forecasting 91 in the Hartford area, but the almanac shows that the record for today should be safe. Either way, it will feel like that 97, if not higher. So here's a live look in New Haven, where it's 82 degrees, plenty of clouds around. I'm going to show you their feels like temperature in just a minute because it's very, very impressive. Out east a bit, New London, 77, very humid. See a lot of people, some people anyway, starting to board or get in line for that ferry. Up in Hartford, plenty of clouds around, temperature 80 degrees at this hour. But our First Alert Weather Day, this is the last one, big relief is on the way as early as tomorrow. So extremely good news there. Your heat index later on this afternoon, 95 to 100 plus. Any outdoor plans, take it slow. Seek shade when you can. If you work outside, take frequent breaks and stay hydrated. Heat-related illness can come on very quickly. Yes, it's July. It's very hot, but this is top of the charts for here in Connecticut. Now, your heat advisory is in effect for everybody through this evening. It doesn't include northern Litchfield County, but it's still going to be very hot up there. Everybody's seeing mid-90s, if not upper 90s in a few towns. An air quality alert also exists for southern New Haven and southern Fairfield County for ground level ozone. So if you have any breathing issues, COPD, asthma, you're going to want to limit your time outdoors later on today. Your 24-hour temperature change, we're up anywhere from 1 to as much as 9 degrees, giving us readings at this hour already. It's only 8:09 in the morning. It feels like 80 in Windsor Locks, 81 in Willimantic, as well as Chester. New Haven, it feels like 82. It's quite the steam bath out there with dew points well up into the 70s at this hour. Chester, a dew point of 77, already feeling like near 90 in Meriden. Look at that, 89 degrees. Wow, you know it's going to be a hot day if you're stepping outside, and it feels like that. First Alert Live radar scans the state mainly dry. Notice there's a few showers, even looks like a little downpour to the south and west there through Stamford with a developing shower there. These isolated showers will continue over the next couple of hours, and beyond these, temperatures, or I should say skies will clear and temperatures will surge into the 90s statewide. Satellite and radar shows there are clouds out there right now, but it doesn't matter. It's still very warm out there and very humid. These showers are short-lived and will progress the state over the next few hours. There is a very low-end threat for some severe weather today. You'll see highlighted by this green shading issued by the Storm Prediction Center. We have a cold front coming through. That's going to be the reason for our relief tomorrow, but it's coming at a time when the peak heating of the day is basically lost. We're talking after sunset. If this was coming through, say, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, even into the evening hours, then we'd be dealing with much bigger issues. But there still is a low-end threat for later on this afternoon. It's not what's coming out through right now. It's later on. We're talking anytime after 4 or 5 o'clock. If you have any yard work for today, I mean, even this morning, it is very humid out there. So if you don't tolerate the humidity well, you just want to push it off till tomorrow, especially it's later on this afternoon. No yard work. Way too hot and way too humid out there. Your dew point trend, it's quite the roller coaster, but today is the last day of extreme heat, or I should say humidity, at least considering the next couple of days. Tomorrow, excellent. Saturday, nice as well. And then that humidity spikes quick on Sunday before we notice a nice drop off to start next week. Going even farther out, so we're talking day 6 through 10, so the middle and end of next week and into the following weekend, looks like it gets quite warm once again, expecting temperatures, good signals, above average. So enjoy the relief that we'll have periodically. You'll see it all on our 7-day forecast in just a minute. But Futurecast shows later on this afternoon, feeling like the century mark. Once again, we've dealt with this plenty of times this year. We'll deal with it at least one more day. But look at tomorrow, feeling nearly 20 degrees cooler. That's going to be nice out there, and humidity levels are low. Wouldn't be surprised if it's going to feel like a late August, maybe early September day tomorrow. So heat issues, they're major today, but tomorrow, minor. I mean, we're talking no issues with heat on your Friday, and that continues into Saturday. 90-degree days. We've seen a dozen of them so far. We'll add one more today. The annual average is 20, so we're well on our way. I mean, it's only the middle of July. We can see plenty of 90-degree days in August and even into September. So we'll see if we make a run at that record of 39 90-degree days. Quick look at the tropics. Notice there's an area that the National Hurricane Center is watching. This is interact with land a lot, so it hasn't really had an opportunity to develop. At one point, it was expected to stay more into the Gulf of Mexico and kind of develop a bit better. But yeah, if anything, it looks like more of a heavy rain threat for parts of the deep south. If it was to get a name, it would have been Dexter, likely not seeing that. So good news there. The tropics remaining quiet, but this is typically when things are quiet. Peak hurricane season doesn't really ramp up until the end of August, and it peaks mid-September. Plenty of time to get some tropical activity out there. First alert futurecast shows those showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. I think this is a bit overdone. If anything, even some of the showers look like they're farther towards the south, and as you can see, none are being depicted here on futurecast. Either way, sky's clear later on this afternoon, or I should say later on this morning, and then later on this afternoon, it's not depicted, but there is the chance for a spot shower, maybe a rumble of thunder. Notice our winds are still out of the south and west, but then a cold front comes through overnight, and look at that. Over any time after midnight, that's when our winds will begin to shift out of the north and west, bringing in cooler and, more importantly, drier air. Friday, tomorrow, looking really, really good. A northerly breeze, a couple clouds, comfortable levels of humidity. Man, what a day. Saturday looking excellent as well. A few high, thin clouds, really not a big deal. And then late day Saturday into our Sunday, those clouds return, and by Sunday, they're going to bring some rain. Timing is a bit uncertain, looking like the first half of the day at this point has the better chance. Maybe some improvements late day, but either way, Sunday looking like a wetter weekend. So we made it 2 weekends in a row with no precip on either a Saturday or Sunday, but it looks like that'll change this weekend. Your forecast highs today, notice the 90s for a lot of areas, but feeling like 95 to 100 plus. If you're looking for relief, head to the beach. It's a perfect beach day. UV index very high, so make sure you apply that sunscreen, but it's looking good out there. Tonight, look at those 60s. Those will be, say, after midnight and later on into the early morning hours. 70 right along the immediate shoreline, but setting the stage for a very nice Friday. 84 degrees. And look at the temperature for forecasting for the Hartford area Friday night, 60. That means you'll see some 50s in a few of the hill towns. That's going to feel nice. Saturday, excellent as well. Mid-80s, very seasonable, exactly where we should be for this time of year. Sunday, those showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. 83, so held back a bit with a lot of clouds. And then beyond that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, looking spectacular. Low levels of humidity, warming temperatures by midweek. There's a look at your shoreline high temperatures over the next 7. Keep the First Alert weather app handy today. We'll let you know if there's any storms or showers. That will be an issue later on this afternoon, but as mentioned, that threat is very low. Other than that, have a great day and stay cool out there.